Language is a living thing. It's born at a particular time and place, and it develops in response to its changing environment. In this sense, English is no exception. Since its beginning in Britain some 1050 years ago, English has changed so much that a native speaker today would hardly comprehend one from back then. Most of these changes, in fact, came from events that transferred the course of British history itself. The first major event occurred around AD 500 when Germanic tribes invaded Britain. The dialects of the tribes eventually replaced the Celtic language spoken by the Britons. The new language that developed out of developed out of the Germanic dialect it called Old English. In 1066, Britain was invaded again, this time by the Normans. These people spoke a type of French, so over the next 150 years, many French words and usages entered English. The language of this period is referred to as Middle English. By the 1400, British increasing contact with other parts of the world led to the introduction of more new words. Britain's greatest writer, William Shakespeare, also enriched the language by single-handed coining over 1,700 words. Lastly, the rise of printing in Britain in 1476 helped standardize English by giving it a fixed spelling and grammar. In these ways, modern English began to shape. As English has changed throughout the centuries, so it has spread. Today, English is the third most spoken language in the world, and is also the official language in dozens of countries. The geographical and cultural distances that separate the different English-speaking countries have helped create several varieties of the language. One of these varieties is Singlish, spoken in Singapore. Singlish arose from a combination of English words, Chinese grammar, and elements of Malay over the past century, although it's the daily language from many Singaporeans. Singlish is not considered a standard language, so it's not used in formal communication, while the Singaporean government has discouraged its use. Singlish continues to thrive. Another variety of English, Galah, spoken by African Americans in the southeastern United States. It began in the 1700s as a mix of English and West African language, and most of its current 250,000 speakers are descendants of slaves, while Galah has been looked down upon as a sign of low society status. Galah speakers today are promoting their language as a source of pride. Like many other languages, English is constantly evolving. Therefore, truly understanding English doesn't involve just knowing a set of words and rules. It also means perceiving the language as a living thing that reflects historical tides and the cultural identities of its speakers.